What's up, everybody? It's Missy Barra, and I went to Costa Rica where this beautiful ocean was holding all kinds of gorgeous creatures, and we stayed in this little casita with all the birds singing, and then we went on this cute little passageway to the ocean, and once again, humongous body of water, and I'm going, I wonder if there are orcas in there, because yes, if you go to Costa Rica, it's commonly seen near the Osa Peninsula and around Isla del Coco. Sightings are often linked to the migration of humpback whales, which occurs between December and April. And the peak season for whale watching, including orcas, is during the humpback whale migration. Orcas play a crucial role in marine ecosystems, and their presence indicates a healthy ocean environment. All right, so to begin, I have my canvas, I have my acrylic paints, my water cup, my brushes, my palette. Everything's right in front of me, my little rags in case there's a spill, and I'm just gonna go for it. I have a picture in front of me. You can just do it from memory, or if you find a beautiful photograph that you've taken of your ocean paintings, just go and have fun. I'm blending in a lot of white into this, so it's not just, straight up one color, but it becomes tints and shadows and shades and so on. It's just beautiful. I love these colors. So, did you know orcas are black and white to help them camouflage in the ocean? So those little white patches, other fish think those are fish, and then the black's just a big shadow, but they're not. All right, so now that I'm finished with the sky, I'm going to do some land, but it's going to be in shadow. So it's kind of like this beautiful purple color, but I want a perfectly straight line for the horizon line. So I'm adding some tape to my canvas and then painting over it. Then I peel it back and I have the most beautiful line. Okay, now to do a little of the ocean. This is just the first layer, so bear with me. All right, so I'm adding a few of the shades and colors from the sky onto the water because the water is like a big reflection of the sky. And so, but I'm doing it in lighter shades, and then those big waves have the nice purple shadows. And orcas are found in all of the world's oceans. They are everywhere. Orcas are mammals, and they communicate with their young by using clicks, calls, and whistles. All right, so with a dry brush, I'm just adding a little bit of texture in the background for the really tiny waves way far away, and the larger waves are right down close to the bottom. Okay, so once that dried, I added some blue paint, and that blue paint created some beautiful, profound shadows. Okay, now I'm going to work on the splash where the orca comes out of, and so I'm just adding some white that's above this big blue and purple shadow, and it's really making a go psh. Okay, so the next day I went ahead and began to draw my orca coming out of that spot where I made the splash, and just used some nice long curves and really took my time to do this beautifully. I did erase once in a while, and when I did, I used a white eraser. The fastest recorded speed of an orca is 34 miles per hour. They are much faster swimmers than we are. Orcas can be categorized both as whales and dolphins. Orcas are the largest species in the dolphin family, which is one of the 5 families classified as toothed whales or odontocetes. Right, now that I am done drawing my beautiful orca, I can go ahead and start painting, and I'm using the tiniest brushes possible. I'm doing black first, and I'm going to let it dry completely. In fact, I'm going to blow dry it dry so it won't mix in with my white because I want the 2 colors to be pure and beautiful. An orca calf is a young orca, also known as an orca, within its first 2 years of life, characterized by its dependence on its mother and unique orange-tinted coloration. Adult male orcas reach 20 to 26 feet in length and weigh 12,000 pounds on average. Females are smaller, generally measuring 16 to 23 feet long and weigh 8,000 to 11,000 pounds. Still quite enormous. Orcas are friendly animals. They do not pose an active threat to humans. In fact, they seem to enjoy human interaction. However, orcas are still large, wild animals, and they can hurt a person accidentally. So despite their friendly personalities, it is advised not to approach orcas. But you can see them on tours. So I'll put a link in the description for that as well. Now I'm actually changing to a tinier brush to do the very, 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 very small details so that I can get a steady hand and this tiny brush to do the job. And I took my blow dryer, made sure everything was nice and dry, or you can just take your time and do it the rest tomorrow. But I went ahead and started the white with clean water. All my brushes have been cleaned. Everything has to be clean for the white to be super, super white. Also, make sure to paint 2 or 3 layers or coats of white paint so that the other colors from behind it don't show through. Did you know that World Whale Day is celebrated annually on the 3rd Sunday in February in 2026? So it will be February 15th. But you can celebrate whales all year long and remember to conserve to make sure that their beautiful marine ecosystem stays clean. All right, so I wanted my orca not to look so flat, so I'm adding some light and shadow with different colors that I looked at my photograph and I thought, okay, so there's some light shining on the top, so I used a little white and orange and a little purple for where it bends downward, and it made such a difference. I was like, oh my God, this looks amazing. And under the belly, I wanted a shadow, so I mixed some white and purple together to make a nice lavender and added that to my whale. I will definitely put the link in the description for these brushes because they saved my life. They are so small and so firm that they do a beautiful job. Okay, now to finish up that splash that my sweet little orca made coming out of the water, and we're using some lavender underneath for the shadow and then some blue in the water and purple and white. You think it's all going to be white right from the splash, but no, there's shadows and there's light and it's gorgeous. And I got a dry brush to add some splash, so it's just little tiny dots from the bristles of the brush. Don't be afraid of black because that's what made this beautiful shadowed with my thin brush, and then I kind of blended it in with some purple and it was magical. I hope you have fun painting your orca. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. You are amazing. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.